Today's interview is Mark Mariano from Oakhill Engineering, and Mark's here to talk to us about what his services are. We're here doing a perk for an ADU, so you get to see it hands-on. And welcome, Mark.
Hi, Kathy. How are you today?
Great, thanks. So, first question, tell us about yourself. What you do, why you do it, what you love about it.
So, I'm the principal at Oakhill Engineering. We're a civil and survey engineering firm here in Rehoboth. We acquired Eotis Dyer, so we have a little bit of legacy in town, but we primarily specialize in residential and commercial civil site development, septic work, as we'll be showing you shortly.
Yep.
And our services actually extend around the country too. We have this little niche where we do aquatic engineering, and we do that around the country as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we just finished a project in Alaska, and we just got a huge one for down in New York City. So, as you had said, we're here today on the site for a new ADU.
Yeah.
And what the process is that we're going to show you is kind of the initial starts. So we work with the client to establish a location where they want this on the property. So we work with Kathy to develop a location for her future ADU here on the property. She has a very large property.
34 acres.
34 acres, yep. So with the new law that came into effect last year, a lot of people are taking advantage of being able to have multiple family members on the property at once. And I would say in the last year of the ADUs that we've worked on, I would say about 90% of them are for family members that are either downsizing or they're bringing a family member onto their property. But with an ADU comes, you are building a smaller home. You're restricted to 900 square feet of heated space. We say heated space because you could have cold space or garages attached to that as well. But you have to kind of provide some of the same infrastructure you need to have a septic system, unless it's close proximity to your existing house or attached to the existing house, or the existing house needs a septic upgrade. You can add it at that time. And well infrastructure, but in most cases, ADUs kind of being a distance away from the house to create that. So we're going to see what the capacity of the soil is to be able to absorb water, and that will assign a certain rate that we can design for the septic system and how large it will be. This will also tell us our vertical separation that we need from groundwater.
So we know if we need a hump or not.
If we need a hump or not. And just like everything else, this is the first step to solidify that the site is buildable. This is the same process that we use for new construction, as you're well aware. And I always advise every client, don't buy a lot unless you get a perk test, because we run into a couple of clients a year that they purchase a lot and we eventually get a perk test on it, but it might not be during the best time of the year. They have to wait for that certain window to be able to do it. And as you know, good land is all being used up. So the good perk rates and the easy soil to perk is not as foreign to you at this point.
Yeah.
So in a moment I'll kind of show you the process. Kathy, so we're out here at the test holes in the perk site. So as you can see, we're halfway through digging the deep holes and halfway through the perks. So on the new construction, we have to do 4 deep and 2 perks. So kind of explaining the perk, this is what the system looks like. Basically, we dig a 1 foot wide by 18-inch deep hole, and then when the inspector's here, we'll pour water into it for 12 inches, and then we'll time how long it takes for the water to absorb into the soil. As you as well know, soil has different limitations. We could be here for 6 hours, or we could be here for 10 minutes. Depends upon what we're looking at for material. It's all based upon the compaction of the soil and the soil chemistry. As you can see here, we have material and grain sizes that we can actually physically see.
Yep.
Here, I'll give you a little bit more. All right, now try to make a handful. Try to make a ball, a meatball. Okay?
Yep.
See how it holds some consistency?
Yep.
That means there's some silts in the soil, so that's a finer material that will slow down the water progression. But see if we flip it up a little bit, see how it breaks apart.
Yep.
So we do have some silts, but it's not too bad. There's been times when I could pick this up and make a snake with it, because that's how fine that material is. So this is what we would see as like a sandy loam. You're probably looking at a perk rate between 10 to 20 minutes. Now when it comes to new construction, obviously a 2-minute perk rate is a great perk rate. That's the smallest size system and fastest water transmission through the soil. Now when you look at 60, you're looking at the largest size system. They are all sized to functionally work equally. It's just obviously more cost involved with a 60-minute perk rate than a 2-minute perk rate. But it shouldn't be shying anyone away from any type of lot. Obviously on average we're probably seeing more in the 30 to 60 range on new constructions, just because that's the type of soils we're encountering now.
Yeah.
But you can also see over here, people always ask, why do I have that big mound in my yard?
Yep.
And it's based upon groundwater. We can show you on this hole over here. You can see right here, see that beautiful orange line, and maybe the camera can see it over here. See that orange line right there? So that's what we would consider the seasonal high groundwater, and it looks really high, but that's where the water usually sits and stays for a duration of time. And what happens is the water sits there and it almost rusts the soil. So it pulls the minerals out of the soil and deposits it. And that's why you get that rusting layer. And you don't see it as much as you go down because the water is more frequently found there, so it doesn't allow it to rust out. You can even see we got obviously weeping coming in at the hole down there. So it could be a harder, a more firm layer, a denser layer that produces that. But that's why people say, you know, why is my system so high? It's because you have the metamorphic features. We're not basing it upon the groundwater line today.
Oh yeah, because I would look at the water and I would think, okay, from there on, what is it, 72 inches, we're golden.
Yeah.
But you're saying it starts there?
It starts up here, unfortunately. But that safeguards from the system ever being in groundwater.
Right.
And allows us to do this test. Prior to 1996, that's how people would evaluate it. And that's why a lot of people got water in their basements.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so you take care of the problem now rather than later.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
So once the inspector's here, we'll test the soil and give it away.
Okay.
All right.
So thank you so much. This was very educational. Hopefully everyone else thinks it's educational as well, because I really want these to be fun and informative. How do we get a hold of you should people want your services?
Sure. I mean, they can reach our office. Best number is 508-252-4363. It's the old Oilers dial number. You can check us on our website. Our website's being built right now, so but we have the older one, that the eotis.com, and they can get us that way, or they can reach out to you as well, and with any questions, and we can work together.
And one more thing, Oakhill is one word. I learned that too.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark. Kathy Eddington, keeping the real in real estate, one cookie at a time. Thanks so much.